sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Accept my drink. Yeah, I got my drink.
Man.
Got my
All right, start over. Start back from the top.
How was your week,
But-
my brother?
Well, I've had one day off.
What? From what? From work?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But the whole week, how was it?
Well, the weekend sucked.
Tell me right now, dude.
It fucking sucked.
No, it did not suck.
Yes, it did.
I mean, work
Friday and Saturday sucked.
Our
Sunday
work-
wasn't bad.
Our work is always kind of shitty.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
And then had to meet with our boss after work. And
yeah,
that was,
we're not gonna say much
that
about
was,
that. Okay,
you
we're not.
know.
We're just gonna fly right over that comment.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah.
that was the cherry on top to the shit weekend I had.
Yes.
But yeah, it was. I mean, Monday was okay.
This is just to say, like, how much of a hard worker you are,
I'm such a hard worker.
dude. Don't roll your eyes.
I'm
You are a
such
hard
a
worker.
hard
You do get your job
Oh
done.
yeah, I do my.
You take pride in what you do.
I don't take pride in what I do.
Okay,
I
no,
just
no,
go
and,
in and I
no,
do my
not
job.
in your profession, but in what you in your
Yeah, I
disposition.
make sure my shit's done.
Yes.
Make sure my stuff's done.
Yeah, so that's what every boss
yeah,
should
if someone
expect,
pays
right?
me to do a job, I go and I
Yeah.
do the damn job.
Exactly. And the only guy who, given a coaster, chooses not to put the goddamn beer on the freaking coaster.
Dude, I'm.
I got him the fancy ones. We got this deliberately, like
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
I'm sorry. For one, there's no condensation, so this ain't fucking wood. It's
Yeah.
some kind of
He's
plastic
drinking
shit
the
on top.
baby volume. How
Yeah,
many
the
ounces is
thing,
this?
I don't fucking know. 7 fluid ounces.
Like the neck is the whole beer.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. And
Yeah.
it's Corona, which Corona
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. So, but if someone is ever to comment
Yeah,
on
so,
videos, just tell them to fucking put the fucking drink on the fucking coaster.
Yeah.
And that's the only F that I'm gonna say.
Just put that out there. Corona sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So welcome to the podcast, Barely a
Barely a
Podcast. I'm
Episode
Teddy.
15. I'm just a white guy.
He is Christopher Passage.
Wow, dude, you just gonna name drop me like that? You're
Yes,
just gonna put my
that's
shit
my
out there?
guy.
You
My
gonna
brother
dox-
from
you-
another
you
mother,
doxing
Christopher
me?
Passage.
You doxing me, Teddy?
Yeah, if
Yeah, Chris.
your shit is out there now.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh god.
You
They're gonna
had the
find my apartment.
idea to take a break from the run that we've been on with the
Yeah. Well, I mean,
late nighters, eh?
yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I got a little bit of cough. My asthma and my allergies acting up. Yeah, I mean, news has been kind of stagnant. It's the same stuff. Like, the indictments haven't been too excitement for Trump. It's just like they keep getting more. That's like really the only thing that would be going on to talk about. That
Yeah.
and the Hunter Biden and them having
Guardlock.
yeah, shut up, dude.
Come on, is that not part of the news?
No, not really.
Can I tell
What
our
kind of-
audience what Garlock is?
You can.
Can
And
I
your
try?
weird
it?
fucking fascination with it is.
All right, I'm just gonna say this. Chris doesn't think this is like it warrants news,
It isn't.
but there's someone, special someone out there that goes by Garlock the Destroyer.
Yeah, the destroyers activated. I think more like it looks more like Jabba the Hutt. To be honest with me,
That's not fair. I think she's beautiful.
come on, dude. If you put a picture,
I mean, I'm using
it's
the
not
word
for one,
loosely.
not a she, not a she.
I'm gonna put a picture right here, and I'm
Please
gonna let the
don't.
audience
You're gonna
decide.
scare people. Yeah, and everybody's gonna be disgusted. Dude.
For everybody listening, go to the YouTube video and check out the picture. Garlock is a fascinating subject. She is a trans woman who is taking life by the cojones, right? And she's saying, "Recognize me."
Well, it's hard. Not
She's
to,
saying
it's hard not to recognize
the confidence, the utter arrogance of her, like going, dude. 95% of y'all men, y'all people, like your boyfriends, they're in my DMs.
No, I don't think so.
And it's just like I can get them anytime I want. It's just
Sure.
hilarious.
I don't think that's.
I
true.
just find the
I'm
detached.
gonna be honest with you,
Yeah.
dude. I don't think that's true.
Well,
Well, maybe
speak for
you.
yourself.
You're the only one, Teddy. It's just you.
I'm just no. Okay, I'll actually say what I think. I think it's weird. I think there's obviously a case of mental health issue there.
Oh,
But I find
there's a huge case of fucking delusion. It's not confidence, right? Because
Yeah,
you
no.
think it's confidence.
Yeah.
It's not confidence. I think it's just fucking delusion, right?
It's a thin line, though, is it not?
No.
Confidence is the definition. I imagine it is to be like to be sure of yourself.
Well, I don't think it is. I think it's
It doesn't have to be.
I think it's a mixture of affirmation and delusion. So when people get praise, right?
Mhm.
So if people came out to me and were just like, "Dude, you're the most handsome looking fucking dude I've ever fucking seen," and then I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the fucking most handsome person everybody's ever seen," and I walked around like that, I'm delusional because I'm really not,
Yeah.
and it's just because other people told me to.
Yeah.
So I think that's a form of mental abuse, to be honest with you, to tell someone that and
Emotionally corrupting them.
Yeah,
Giving
well, I
them
mean,
a false
this-
impression of reality, and then that person just takes it to the bank.
This is one. This actually plays into the point of the topic for today, which is like this is one of the reasons why the country's so fucking divided today. Everything's so damn partisan, and I don't like the way things are going now. It doesn't feel like there's a bridge back to us working together. It feels like we're on the verge of another civil war, or just like the government us separating, leaving the seceding from the red states seceding from the blue
union.
states. I mean, and that's that.
You think the republic is in danger?
The republic is at risk, man.
Yeah.
It really is.
You're saying the state of the union is shaky.
At best.
Yeah.
At best, it's shaky.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I feel it too, and it's timely that you wanted to discuss about divisiveness.
The election's like a year and some months away.
Yeah.
So it's like, and the closer it gets, the more the unrest is getting, right?
What do you think is like accelerating though? What made it more of like a hot button issue for you, like recently? Because I know you've said similar comments before, but what made it worse for you?
It's just
the indictments.
I just think it's accelerating, right?
With the indictments, you mean the news?
Well, not just, that right there is already concerning.
Yeah,
it's because it's like the timing feels really weird for him to be indicted,
for sure.
So like the prosecutor. Like I'm for if Trump committed some fucking crimes, he needs to pay the fucking piper.
Yeah,
but really, but why didn't they get him like right after?
Oh,
like if they had the information then, like with the documents, as soon as he took the documents right then, I wouldn't feel sus about this stuff.
Yeah,
if it happened then. They waited a year out from the election to do this, so this feels like it's being weaponized.
Yeah,
really. Because really, Trump's the only person that the conservatives really have. Yeah. DeSantis is up there, but he's not on the level that Trump is.
I think there's 40 points.
But it's the same thing with Joe Biden. It's Biden or bust for the Democrats.
Yes.
They literally have nobody else.
And we were talking about that, it being like their entire egg.
Yeah.
Collection being in this one old-ass basket.
They put it in this senile basket. I mean...
That's our president, dude.
Yeah, unfortunately. And another thing is that they say that Donald Trump's the most racist president we've ever had.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
No. Because I know a couple that own slaves.
I mean, I believe that Joe Biden's the racist president that we've ever had.
Joe Biden has a sketchy start in the Senate.
Well, this is it's not
especially
just the start,
with the Jim Crow thing.
It's like he's got a long history of policies like this.
Yeah.
Donald Trump doesn't.
Yeah,
Joe Biden's been in politics a long time. Yeah. He's done fucked up shit for a long time.
Yes.
And everybody fucking voted for him.
I think there's no disputing the appeal Trump brought to the base, the conservative base, even to some moderate and centrists. Yeah, and then there's no doubt about it.
And then when the president comes out and says that anybody that supported Trump is a fucking terrorist.
Who said that?
Biden did.
Yeah, I mean that old guy says some wild ass shit.
Well, it's just like he's like oh, he's done the most to bring the base back together. I'm like, what? He just literally went out and vocally attacked the opposing base. Like you're trying to build bridges here, but what are you building these bridges with? Fucking toothpicks? Because I mean,
that would not be a structurally sound bridge.
It's not. It's just for those, those who are curious. Not structurally sound.
I like how you're already applying your
My engineering.
engineering
classes
My
that I
boy is
start
going to
tomorrow.
school.
Yeah. Start tomorrow.
Pretty excited for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Dude, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that sometime for sure. Like making moves in terms of academia.
Absolutely.
You're gonna make a fantastic engineer, dude.
I think so.
You just squint your eyes
Well,
and
like-
say, just put a bridge right there.
like-
Yeah.
Mm.
But like that bridge is
It's not-
smidge off.
I feel like it's not level. Not
You're gonna
level.
make every bridge lean to the right a little bit.
It's not level.
You're like, and they ask you,
Yeah.
what is that about? And they're like, it's an
I
homage.
call this.
It's like an homage to my political leanings.
no.
Just
Well,
every bridge is
okay,
gonna
so
lean
like-
right a little
So
bit.
like, this is another thing I want to talk about, right?
Yeah.
So I've already been, like when I was younger, my
Yeah.
political beliefs really haven't changed. Like some
I
of
don't
my
think they have.
some of my policy positions have like on
Yeah.
guns because
Mhm.
I was pretty anti-gun when I was younger. Um,
You're saying you've become more progressive in that regard. Maybe.
Well, no, I've been more conservative in that regard.
Oh.
Back in the day, I was
Oh, you
more
were saying no
progressive.
government kind of shit.
Yeah, I didn't think anybody needed guns. Like now, everybody have guns.
Yeah.
I think everybody should own a gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so my positions on the way I felt have been the same.
Mhm.
I'm pretty consistent in my
Yeah, yeah,
beliefs.
Yeah.
But the left isn't.
Mhm.
And that's the thing. So when I was growing up, the left was anti-establishment.
Mhm.
It was free speech. It was
Mhm.
like against censorship and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's changed.
Yes.
Like drastically, because
Yeah.
now the fucking left is pro-establishment,
Pro-war. apparently.
pro-war,
Yeah.
that's another thing, anti-war on the left. I'm very anti-war.
Yeah.
And it's just like I was like, oh, man,
Let's get
all
out of
these
Iraq,
conservatives-
Iran,
yeah, I
Afghanistan.
wanted to
Never
get out of
nothing.
Iraq,
And they're like, Ukraine, just get it.
yeah.
Just give them the weapons.
Because I mean, I was like the first president I remember was Bill Clinton.
Okay.
That was like the first president that
Mhm.
I remember having.
Yeah.
As a kid, and then it was the Bush administration,
Yeah.
and then, which of course as a kid I'm not really paying attention to the
No.
presidencies at
Mhm.
the time, but I go back and look, and I'm like, oh, it was Bush and
We're
then
senior. Yeah.
Obama. Obama was the first president I voted for, and
Who?
then Obama,
Obama. Yeah.
and then I didn't vote for him the second term. I just didn't vote then the next election because Obama, like, I think he did so abhorrent.
Yeah. He made some mistakes.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes. Dude, he just bombing like crazy. He's like, drone strike, drone strike, drone strike.
Yeah.
It's like he woke up in the morning, there's an alarm, and then he just like reached over and hit the drone strike button.
Yeah.
every
They
morning.
did say the drone use.
His nickname
spiked.
was Obama.
Yeah. Yeah. A couple things happened there, which
Yeah.
I mean, I think he was sort of making it look like he's not putting more boots on the ground and not
I
putting our
mean,
soldiers on in line of fire. But
he was though.
I mean, there was no reduction in that
Yeah,
sense,
that's
but there
what I'm
was
saying.
more of the.
I mean, there's
The
no.
bombing,
I
yeah.
mean, he didn't add that many more, but I
No.
mean, there was no. He didn't take boots away from the ground. He didn't
Yeah,
bring
I
any
mean,
boots
not
back
towards
home.
the end though. We did pull out of
A little bit.
Yeah.
Not a lot. I mean, then we moved into other countries that we weren't.
Yes, we just zip code was just switched, just a digit.
Yeah. So we just kept pushing the line.
Yeah.
And
Well, Trump was the first president, I believe, to speak up. And you know, I'm not a Trump supporter.
I know you're not.
But I'm giving him
well,
where credit is due.
Well,
He's the first one to speak up against at least the inner workings of the politics,
yeah.
where every president is 100% of the time being pushed into war
Yeah.
by the
Well, he said no.
talking heads. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's one of the reasons because Trump is
Yeah.
anti-establishment, which is what I'm anti-establishment. I want smaller government. He is anti-establishment for the most
Yeah.
part. Like, because they, I think what happened is, right?
Yeah.
He got the presidency, and you know what? It's like because Obama was very idealistic going in, right?
Yeah.
But then once you
adapt
become
kind of.
president,
Yeah.
I think they take you in. They're like, all right, well, this is how shit really runs.
Yeah.
And then Obama fell in line. He's like, all right, yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'll toe the line. On how
For
we
sure.
do shit.
Yeah.
Trump went in, and Trump's used to running business. He runs everything in his life. So he goes in there like, well, this is how shit works, and he's just like, no.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he's anti-establishment.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, and I don't know for sure that's what happened. That's just
No, I
my-
understand. No.
That's just
that makes
my-
perfect sense to me. I don't know how much pushback is given.
Uh,
Given that the guy
his
just talks
entire-
about everything.
everybody who worked for him was against him.
Well, yeah, but what I was trying to
Yeah.
say is, because the guy talks too much.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know
his
why he
rhetoric.
wouldn't tell us. Like, for example, he would say, "Oh, they wanted me to go into, I don't know, like Venezuela."
I don't, maybe it's because I think most people kind of have an idea that's like how it is.
Yeah,
Because you can see every time a president goes into office, right?
yeah,
They're like they go in there, they're bright eyed and bushy
Yeah,
tailed,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then they get in there, and then they're immediately
wham,
just kind of whacked down to
Yeah,
reality.
Yeah,
But Trump went in the same way and came out the same way. He didn't really change, and like you can see, like Barack Obama, his hair grayed
yeah, 'cause
like
the guy-
immediately the first 4 years.
'cause he was
It
working.
didn't really happen with Trump.
Trump was golfing, dude.
Yeah,
That's why.
Trump was fucking just chill. But I again, I don't like Trump's rhetoric, but I can
Yeah,
commend him for like things that
for going against the grain kind of situation.
well, no, just like things that he did when he was in office, right?
Mm.
So he moved like the stuff with Israel and like the peace treaties that he brokered in the Middle East. He brokered like 3 or 4, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if any of them stuck or
Well,
maybe there was
at
regression
least
things.
they did while he was in office. I don't know if they're still going on because I haven't really
No,
been paying
like,
attention to that.
Well, I do pay
We're
to
kinda
the Gaza Strip
distracted.
right now,
Yeah.
but they're shooting rockets at each other.
yeah,
There was
well,
a kid
I mean,
that
I'm
just
just
got, yeah,
I'm
At the
not paying
time, there
attention
was
to that,
some
like Ukraine
transient. Oh yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
at least there was obviously.
But the fact that and he's the first president to walk into North Korea. I think that was a big deal,
You
dude.
think so?
Yes, I think that was a really big deal to walk
Yeah.
into enemy territory
Uh-huh.
without any guards. He had no security with him when he went across.
I mean, I'm sure he had somebody.
No, you didn't see the video of him walking in there. There was no one with him.
Well,
It was
well,
just him.
him walking into the DMZ is
Yeah.
a photo op moment, so he's not gonna have anybody just sort of like guarding him immediately. But I'm sure he had security detail.
Those pictures were pretty wide fucking shot, dude.
No,
I couldn't see anybody.
No,
in the
I'm
vicinity.
saying there would be a team.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're in like outside.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
There was-
I mean, it's not like, oh, you guys stay in South
Yeah,
Korea, so
yeah.
I'll just
But
make a quick pit
that
stop.
was
Yeah.
I think that was pretty historical. I think that's a big deal.
I was going to say that just before. At least there was some tamping down of the rhetoric coming out of
Yeah.
North Korea, where they were like less, you know.
because he's trying to cool
Yeah.
things down, right?
But at what cost is what I'm thinking
Like,
when
I
that
don't-
happens.
I don't think that like what has North Korea been doing of late? Like really the same shit or?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, like so I don't think it's increased. I think
I mean, as of late, the
because I mean
his
I really haven't.
sister,
yeah.
the Kim Jong Un's sister, is taking over more, and then she seems to be like a more of an asshole than her brother. So that's been an issue. But
Yeah, well, I mean, that's
but
the
wait,
thing
I
with
understand what you're saying about what Trump was able to do in
Yeah.
terms of tamping down the rhetoric, for
Yeah.
sure.
But
Yeah.
like so Obama was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize.
He got it.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah. What do you say nominated?
Why did he deserve that?
They gave the
Well, I'm just
Nobel Peace Prize is not a big thing.
Well,
Because I'll tell you what happened.
Well, I know, but
Our prime minister?
it's got peace in the fucking word, right?
Yeah.
He did nothing to garner peace.
Yeah.
He
I
just
mean,
bombed people. Like Trump didn't even get fucking nominated, and he was out there trying to fucking broker peace deals.
I'll say this much, and I know you disagree with this, okay?
What's up?
I will give where credit is due for Trump, and I can recognize a couple of things that you've said, okay? Not everything, but I can recognize a couple of those. But I don't think Trump did any of what he did in terms of a long-term world peace kind of situation.
Well,
I think he was making boss moves.
Yeah.
And remember that thing at the G8 where he was literally pushing a bunch of people over so he can come up front?
Yeah.
And like they were shocked.
Yeah.
I remember like I know Trudeau is not
so-
nobody's like he's not.
He's Trump's a bull in the China shop, dude.
What?
Trump's a bull in the China shop.
Oh shit!
I mean, I don't like his rhetoric, but I like
Yeah.
what he did. I like what he did as president.
like a manly
I
man.
like we had really good small business was thriving, dude. And that could just be he got
No, I
another
understand.
cycle.
I
But
understand.
I mean, people correlate that though.
I'm
right?
sure he made some policy
So
decisions that helped the small businesses. I'm sure of that.
yeah,
I agree.
small
with that.
business was thriving.
Yes,
And then
in
the
some states
pandemic
at least,
hit, and then all the Democratic cities went into hard lockdown, and it fucked
Hmm.
all those small businesses.
Mhm.
Businesses that are not coming back.
Well, I mean, the initial response to COVID happened during his
Yes,
which
but-
was a shit
But
show, obviously.
the red states didn't do what the blue states did. Though. That's what
Well,
I'm
the red
saying.
states went against the
mandates.
the mandates and the medical recommendations. But what I'm saying is the initial response
Well-
was under his. Nobody can say, "Oh, Fauci did that. Fauci did
No,
this."
no. Yeah, no.
The buck stops
Well,
at the
no, I
president's
know
office.
that, but the red states weren't hurting as bad as the blue states were with COVID deaths.
And actually, I'll tell you this: some states, they actually did the math. Trump could have won if the number of dead people did not really like correspond to those who would have potentially voted red.
Yeah.
Like literally, I think Georgia was one of those states where they're like, "Oh, most of the people that died in counties that are like deep red?"
Well, most of the deaths are probably from fucking Atlanta, right?
I don't know. I can't say.
Packed city. Right?
Okay.
Because most of the deaths were in the densely packed cities. They were in New York. They were in San Francisco.
Yes, for
they
sure.
were-
Yeah, New York was, by the way, patient
Yeah.
zero.
Yeah.
They didn't. They didn't know, but it came through New York for
Yeah,
sure.
But
They were able to
well,
trace
what I'm
that.
saying is like they were all in the densely packed city.
Yeah.
And I think Trump did a lot to try to help those cities, right? He sent like the
Mm.
empty ships out there to try to use as like makeshift hospitals while they were, and then
Yeah.
they were like, nope, we're not going to use them because Trump sent
There
them.
were some blue states
gonna
that made
and then they
purely
put-
political calls.
And I don't even know if you know this, but they were
Mm.
putting COVID patients in nursing homes in New York.
Yes, that's happened in multiple states, but New York did some shitty thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's going to inflate numbers because those people
Yes.
probably wouldn't have gotten sick.
Yeah. It became more people died in nursing homes, but
Yeah.
by the way, nursing homes are
Yeah.
generally without COVID one of the shittiest places to be.
I'm not
And then immediately that just
I'm not
compounded the
saying
issue.
they're
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're not.
No, I know you're. I know you're.
I'm just saying that
that was a bad call.
yeah, of course it was.
Yeah.
Everybody, like people who aren't even in the medical field, were like,
This doesn't look
"It
right.
doesn't look like, doesn't sound like a good idea."
Yeah, I mean, a bunch of things have happened. Now to get
But
back
like,
to
this is just another thing that I'm talking about. This is
Yeah,
where
yeah.
more division is, right?
for
like,
sure,
'cause-
for sure.
Because I think pretty much like on the right and on the left, because this is what the left used to be. I don't want to be told what to do,
Yeah,
right? And that's kind of shifted. They're like, "Daddy government, please tell me what to do."
yeah,
And now, and now the conservatives are like, "I don't want to be told what to do."
yeah.
And that's how I am. I was like, I don't want like pretty much anybody telling me what to do with my
Mhm.
life. As long as I'm not fucking with anybody,
Yeah.
the government should be leaving me the fuck alone.
Yes, and I think you were beginning to say something in the line of, it's not your political views that have shifted dramatically.
No, it's the Overton
landscape.
window. Yeah, the
Just-
Overton window shifted.
Yes, and then
So it makes me look like I'm conservative, but I don't really think I am.
yeah,
I think I'm a moderate.
you've always had pretty leftist ideas, like some policies that you support.
Yeah, like I'm pro-choice to a point.
Yes, I understand. Yeah. You told me something to that effect. Now, to talk about the indictments one more time. And I know that's part of the news. Because I personally think for me, and I was asking you what brought this into your focus more
Yeah.
so than ever. For me, it's the indictments, right? And you made an
Yeah.
excellent point of it happening right now
Yeah.
at a conspicuously interesting time.
Yeah.
The weird, out of the 4 indictments, obviously there's multiple charges in each indictment.
Yeah, and it's just
The weird one is the Stormy Daniels thing,
yeah.
the hush payment.
Well, that's the
At
one
least that
started
one
it
could
all.
have happened a million years ago.
Yeah.
Why do it now? It just looks like a bad call.
For one, that's not even a federal thing.
There is some argument against how they made
If
it
he used
federal.
campaign funds, like right.
Yes, that's how they-
the thing. If
yeah.
he used campaign funds,
Mhm.
but didn't he fund his own campaign? So where?
Yeah. But also people
So
are
if he pays with his own money, which
Yeah.
he was paid for the campaign with, does that classify as campaign funds?
well, the issue would still be the report, the way the thing was reported.
Yeah,
so
maybe.
yeah.
maybe.
But still, no, I'm not. I wasn't even defending that charge. I'm saying the timing is shitty. First of all,
Yeah.
two, like a great point that you made out, which is the way they made it federal is almost like an extension of a very obscure law that no serious prosecutor would ever push.
Yeah.
But third,
yeah,
exactly that point, which is if it wasn't Trump and if it was just some rando, this would not have been made as big of a deal as it is, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, because the prosecutor, right, the district attorney, he went
Riggs?
in. Yeah, he went in saying that he was gonna get Trump.
Yeah.
Like that
not a good look.
No, that's not a good look. So
No.
that's another thing that makes it suspect.
Yeah.
Like when you campaign on, I'm gonna get this one man that the people on my side don't like.
Yeah. Like it's become your like calling card. You're like saying this is what I'm gonna do. You're promising something that is not lawful.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna make sure that you follow through, even if there's no fire there, you know.
Yeah. And then,
but this only covers the first indictment, obviously.
Yeah, and then then there's the documents, right?
The document thing is also kind of like.
Well, it's just like. Yeah. Okay. So if he didn't declassify them the way he thought he did, right?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't.
Well, he was saying I could just say it.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah. So maybe he misunderstood that. He didn't fill out the proper paperwork, whatever.
Yeah.
Joe Biden had shit just sitting in his fucking
slightly
garage.
different, but I can tell you the distinction.
It is slightly different, but he still had classified information just sitting in his fucking garage.
Yes.
And he didn't have the right at all to take that.
So he is violating a different set of rules.
I know.
Of what Trump is mismanaging becomes to the like slightly removed from treason, where he could potentially.
I don't think Trump would.
Obviously, no. I'm saying like obviously they're not gonna bring up that charge. But what I'm saying is,
I think they would.
Oh, that would not stick.
I don't think it would.
Treason is the worst thing you could be accused of in the country.
Yeah.
Like the worst, like by far the worst thing.
Yeah.
And it's only been given out once or twice, like ever.
Like with
the January 6th thing.
Like with Russiagate. Like
that
4 fucking years of saying that he. And then who in politics right now actually has ties to Russia financially?
Who?
Biden. He has ties to Ukraine and Russia and China.
Yeah, okay.
All of Ukraine's not our enemy, but
yes,
2 of our biggest enemies right now. He has financial ties to those countries.
Now, given the document thing, and we both discussed the Stormy Daniels thing, it could have been done a different time. It should not have been brought up to the level, and it should not have been brought at this time. Dude, yeah. I completely agree. The document thing, I'm kind of teetering on the edge where I would say, okay, if there was potentially, because I just feel like Trump, his personality, could potentially like sort of expose us to those documents ending up in the wrong hands.
Yeah.
That is a risk. I do not know. I'm being agnostic in this regard. I do not know if this rises to the level where it should be brought up to an indictment, a charge, and a conviction to the point where it would derail the election.
For one, I think Trump loves America too much to betray the country.
And I would not really doubt that too much.
Yeah.
Okay. I think he might love himself just as much, but I don't think he hates America at least.
No, dude. I think he loves this country.
I don't think he hates America.
I think he loves this country.
That's why when people are like no Trumpers, when they say like, oh, he's going to fuck us up, like this is what he's... I'm like, it's like, come on. The guy could be selfish. The guy call him egotistic, call him self-centered, call him uneducated, whatever.
Yeah.
Call him out on his business prowess. Do not say he hates America. Obviously the guy's not set out to destroy us. You know what I'm saying? As soon as he say that,
your credibility goes out the window. He would have done that in policy. And every policy that he put in place really was to help.
Even if it was wrong, I am sure the guy's trying to help. Yeah. I'm sure the guy's trying to
like when he was putting tariffs, right? He was increasing tariffs.
Yeah.
He was trying to do that to incentivize companies to bring factories back to America.
Yeah. Now, I personally think he does it for an ego thing. I think it's an ego thing, but that doesn't matter. For him, it's a legacy thing.
Well, which is for him, it's a legacy. But like for one,
if it helps everybody, who gives
people,
a fuck? Yeah.
I really don't care if he's doing it for his
I
ego.
understand. I agree with that. I completely agree with that.
Like his motivations at that point are irrelevant to the outcome.
I think I agree with that actually. I feel like the end justifies the means. I really think when it comes to politicians helping us out.
Yeah.
I mean, if he,
Well, I mean,
we've
why
seen
does
what the others can
anybody do
do.
everything? It's like everybody gets into politics for fucking legacy, right?
Yeah,
It's like they want to be remembered.
in
for
a way,
something.
in a way, I
Yeah.
agree. Yes,
Yeah.
but also like we've seen what Obama was able to do. We've seen what Bush was able to do.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, if Trump can do better, who gives a shit as
Well,
to how
I
it was
mean,
done, right?
Like
Also
with,
why he
with,
did
with
it.
Bush Jr., man, we were looking for an excuse to get into. we wanted to get.
Yeah.
We invaded Iraq first, right?
Well, after 9/11.
Well, yeah. That's what I'm saying. We went to
Oh,
Iraq
yeah.
first. Right?
Well, we were in Afghanistan in
Yeah.
to some sense before that.
yeah,
it's been a
but we
while.
wanted to get to Iran.
We wanted to take out the Ayatollah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, right, what's just like a
Yeah.
stone's throw away from Iran?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Iraq was a big deal for us to go into.
It was, and I'm not a
Strategically.
conspiracy
Yeah.
theory where the government colluded to bomb the trade center to fucking. But I'm just saying, like, we were looking for.
There
an
were
excuse
motivations to go in there.
move.
Yeah.
We were looking for an excuse to move through
Yeah.
there, right?
First of all, I think there's the industrial military complex. That thing to want to keep America in perpetuous war
Yeah.
is a thing for definitely some strong talking
Well,
heads and
it's-
lobby groups in America.
Well, you
For sure.
know, you know why it is, right?
Why?
It's because
Well, the business, right?
debt.
Well, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
we're-
it just
we're-
makes the whole thing go.
We're in debt to so much debt to other countries that if we weren't the strongest military force on the planet,
Yeah.
we would have to. They would be able to collect on that debt.
Yeah.
We've got the black card, man. We got the black credit card with the no credit limit on it,
Yeah.
where we can just keep spending and spending and spending with other
Yeah.
countries' money.
Yeah.
And like
I think
the only reason
China
we're
owns like a shit ton of our debt. Like especially
they own
and
like
some bonds.
70% of our debt, I think.
yeah, it's insane how much that is. And they also I just heard they own like a humongous amount of land.
They own a lot of land in the United States.
Why would they sell them land, dude? What the fuck?
Well, that's the thing. You can't deny. Like, if a dual citizen comes over here, right, and they purchase land.
Well, you can trace it to who want to
yeah,
own it.
yes, but you can't.
But they're not saying
but
Chinese
they're-
citizens. They're saying China
yeah,
government. They bought it through bonds apparently.
Yeah.
Well, don't give them bonds.
I
The
mean,
shit.
I think it's.
I don't know
part
how
of-
economy works.
I
But
mean, I think it's part of like trying to make us a globalist thing, and I don't.
yeah,
That's never gonna work.
yeah,
That's never gonna work, man.
Okay.
Countries that have always been fighting are always gonna fight.
yeah.
There's no way we're
Being
all
like
one
a
world
world police kind of situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one world order. It's
Yeah.
never gonna happen.
A new world order.
No, well, there might be one day because right now we're the world order, right? We're literally no other country has military bases in other countries like we do.
Yeah,
Because
They're
there's
saying
no
6
other
years,
country that has
give or
military
take.
bases in our country.
Some do, but it's not like America
Yeah.
has.
They're probably just like
We have like about military bases. There are
Yeah.
Germans in here.
Yeah.
We have the British. But I was shocked. I mean, we don't need to talk about this, but there was a southern city in my country, Ethiopia, just a random plot of land. We were driving past, and I saw a freaking drone land, dude.
yeah.
And I found out later, apparently that's
Yeah.
where we take care of what was the terrorist group in Somalia?
I only know the pirates, the Somalian pirates.
No,
Uh.
well, pirates too, but
That's the only thing I know
all
about
surveillance
Somalia.
from Ethiopia all the way up to the Middle East, half of Middle East.
Yeah. Teddy,
They were taken
I'm
off from that
I'm about to kind of
What?
blow your mind here,
Okay,
but I don't know about a lot of going-ons in Africa.
go nuts.
Going-ons.
Oh. I'm like,
Yeah.
Africa's going nuts.
Yeah, I have no
Al Shabaab.
idea. I have
Al
no idea.
Shabaab. I
Yeah.
got it. Al Shabaab.
So yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, so they were bombing Somalia, Yemen, and parts of Sudan
Okay.
from that plot, and I was like, holy shit! And then yeah, it was Obama. So the third indictment was
Yeah.
the special counsel,
Yeah.
Jack Smith, I believe,
Yeah.
or Smith is his last name. I forget his first name. Now that one, there is just one thing that is a thorn for me,
What's
and
that?
I'll tell you what it is.
What is it?
The indictment itself, I rate it end to end, is solid. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a thing.
I think the majority of them
January
are
6th.
pretty.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this where causation, correlation. Can you really show that there was, because of his actions, something happened?
Yeah.
That's going to be a stretch. But still, it being litigated in court, I think is necessary.
Well,
Okay?
there's something else I can tell about January 6th, but go on.
Nancy
Nancy
Pelosi can go
Pelosi
ahead.
turned down National Guard. They knew that there was going to be some kind of civil unrest, and she turned down extra security. Nancy Pelosi did.
I thought Trump did not call immediately, even when McCarthy reached out.
No. Way before January.
Oh, you're saying
6th.
like a security
Like,
setup
yeah,
kind of thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
but they
Mhm.
knew there was going to be some kind of civil unrest. They already knew that way in
Mm.
advance. 'Cause they were saying it all over the news.
Yeah.
All over the politicians were
You're good.
saying it,
Uh-huh.
and she turned down
That
the
extra,
National Guard from
extra
showing
level
up.
security. Okay. So I don't know about that, but I'll take your word for it. Now,
Well, police
That's-
chief just had
mhm.
an interview leak that he did with Tucker Carlson,
Who did?
the police chief of the Washington D.C. police,
Okay.
that he requested additional aid way
Okay.
in advance,
Uh-huh.
and then Nancy Pelosi denied it.
I'll have to look into that.
It's
be
a-
interesting.
It was an unaired.
Well, she would obviously have to explain
it's
herself.
It's video and audio of him
Okay.
and Tucker Carlson talking
Yeah.
on the Tucker Carlson show.
Yeah.
It was never aired.
Was she asked, do you know, if she made any response to that?
I don't know if she has.
Okay, I'll have to find out what that was about. I don't know if it's a procedural thing or
Well,
whatever.
I mean, like if you think there's going to be civil unrest, which everybody thought there was going to be, right?
They did?
Everybody, yes, it was all over the news. Like, oh, the Republicans are going to.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
Yeah, for the thing that they
Then they should
anticipated,
have had
at
the
least-
national.
at least now, I don't know if they anticipated that like weeks in advance or months in
Well,
advance.
Well, it was probably weeks. It's probably weeks.
But there's enough time to
But
mobilize.
yeah, that's enough time too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough time too. But I think it was at least 2, maybe 3 weeks in advance. They
Mhm.
knew, and because he had requested it. He's like, "Hey, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
We should have National Guard here."
Is it
and-
here or standby?
Huh?
Or was it National
Like
Guards on standby?
location. On
Okay,
location.
location. Okay.
I don't know if on standby, but on location.
Yeah.
To
Interesting.
mobilize, and it was
That's
denied.
interesting to
It was
look into,
denied by
yeah.
Nancy Pelosi. That's
No.
what he said.
Just this is what this government has done to us. Like any other day, I would be like, okay, well, that's unlikely to happen.
Yeah.
But we know this government has done some shady
Yeah.
ass shit, so it's always good to look into that, or at least keep
Yeah.
this.
Well, I mean, he's the police chief, right? Or
Yeah.
was the police chief. I don't know
Mhm.
if he still is.
Mm.
But
I'll
like,
find
if
out
he's
for
saying
sure.
it, it's like, well, I mean, he could be lying.
Got it. No,
I mean,
understand.
I'll take it with a grain of salt, but I'm inclined to believe him
yeah.
because he seemed earnest that
Me
he
too.
requested aid. Because
Yeah.
why wouldn't you want more aid there if you think there's going to be problems?
And I especially would like to see her getting asked and giving
Well,
a
she's
response.
never going to answer. She doesn't answer any fucking questions. Have you seen her when she's trying to, like, people are trying to interview her? She just fucking walks off because she knows she's in the fucking wrong.
She's also weird as fuck, dude. They need to get rid of her.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Then she's no
Dianne
longer, she's not
Feinstein,
Speaker of the
her-
House anymore,
there's-
though. She's not Speaker of the House anymore.
Well, she's not. She's the
Yeah.
minority speaker. Well, obviously, they're a minority right now.
Yeah.
Now, so
Well, yeah, but that's a good thing, though. I think her being Speaker of the House was a terrible fucking thing. I think she was awful at it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, like,
I don't know if McCarthy is having a
I'm not
better
saying
go of it.
McCarthy. I'm not saying McCarthy's better.
No, I understand. I
But
understand.
I'm
what
just
you're saying.
saying she was pretty abhorrent.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, some people
She
look
ma-
up to
like,
her.
I don't know if you've seen that. There's this one.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they were voting on, but she kind of fucking glares at AOC because AOC voted for against it, and AOC changed her vote.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, I think that's
She's like Mama Bear kind of.
yeah. It's like because
Do
they had
the
to,
right
they
thing.
had to revote because I think it was like 50-50,
Yeah.
like tie,
Yeah.
and AOC had voted no, so she kind of like fucking
Mm.
mean bugs AOC, and AOC changes her vote.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. I don't know if McCarthy's better either, but I know he's not having a better go of being like
Probably
unifying
not.
his.
It's a hard fucking job, man.
Yeah. It's multiple caucuses
No
that
one's
are
gonna
not
have
working
an
with
easy
him.
go of
Yeah.
it. It's just like the president. No one's gonna really
Yeah.
have an easy go of it.
Yeah.
Like all these high political positions that everybody clamors for.
It's complicated.
They're yeah. Well, for one, it's stressful. Like
Yeah.
you're clamoring for more stress in your life. But I think there's people who can handle it better. And
So conspiracy theories aside, though, to finish my thought on the indictment itself,
yeah.
Obviously people need to look into that thing, but what I was gonna say is giving Trump a day in court is fine by me. So that
Oh, yeah.
rising to the level of
Exactly.
indictment is fine by me. Could it have happened earlier? I don't know. For this indictment
Yeah.
in particular, the first two definitely kind of weird timing,
Yeah.
especially the first one. Like, that was terrible, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this one, I don't know if it could have been earlier. But there's one thorn for me, and that thorn is if you see the distinction from the Fulton County, the
Yeah.
Georgia thing right now, which
Mhm.
just dropped this morning or yesterday morning.
Yeah.
It added 18 co-conspirators besides Trump.
Okay.
Okay. The Jack Smith one, I believe, has 4, maybe less. Even I don't know. Oh, they're not indicted. There are none indicted co-conspirators. Okay.
Yeah. Of course, they're not indicted.
They're not indicted. Now, why would you do that? Like, is January 6th solely a Trump issue? Like, was he the only one? Like, what about?
Well,
Because if we're talking about the thing that he was talking about, like in terms of like requesting that somebody does something with the votes, talking to the governor here about this,
yeah.
where it seems to be clear for now. I don't know the legal lingo, but it seems to me that the Trump defense right now is going to be, it was non-action. He didn't do anything, right?
Yeah.
This was like he was asking for something, and that's not action,
Well,
so he cannot
he-
be asked for.
From what he said, right? From what he
Yeah.
was tweeting out in his speech, he told people to fight. You can fight in more ways than one. It's not physically. He didn't mean physically fight.
Well, I
He even
understand.
specified that in
Yeah.
his speech. Don't go and physically fight. Fight by voting.
I think he said forcefully fight,
Yeah, don't.
but I don't think
forcefully-
they're parsing that speech as well.
Yeah,
I think
know,
the
but
issue is.
But that's what a lot of people accuse him for.
Well,
Like,
they're
he was
stupid people.
inciting. I understand
Yeah,
that
yeah,
they're
yeah.
stupid people, but I'm just saying, like most of the political pundits
Yeah,
use
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
It's just like
rhetoric is
it's rhetoric.
protected, okay,
Yeah.
under the Constitution.
Yeah, but
In fact,
it's-
the Constitution allows potential political candidates to lie.
yes, but
It literally says it.
yeah,
They can lie.
yeah. I mean,
They're not going to be accused for it.
unless it's like some harm can be measured out that was done.
But yeah, but
which is
the
hard to
law
do.
knows that you cannot
Yeah.
draw a line between a lie and
Yeah.
and a thing that happens,
Yes,
because there could
exactly.
all someone has to say is, oh, maybe you misheard it.
Yeah.
Maybe you heard another thing and you're thinking this is it. Can
Yeah.
you tell us definitely this is the only thing that motivated you to do this? And
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you know,
because a lot of people don't understand. Like, if you can say something untrue
Mhm.
without being a lie, because lying requires intent. You could just not know.
that felt like an alternative truth
Well,
kind of
no,
moment for
no,
you.
like so, like
But I get
if
what
you
you're
didn't know the sky was blue, right, and you said the sky was green,
yeah,
and you didn't know anything different,
yeah.
you didn't tell the truth,
No.
but you didn't lie.
Are you talking about misapprehension or are you talking about credulity? Oh, those things are
Well, no,
obviously
I think
they come off as a lie.
Lie requires intent. I think, like you
Mm.
have to intent to try to mislead something.
So yeah, misapprehension is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So like,
Mm.
but that's what I'm saying. You
I get
can
what
say
you're
something that's untrue.
yeah,
Like I can say, "Oh, I'll be here at 5,"
yeah.
and I get here at 5:30.
Mhm.
Did I lie, or
No.
was I just
You-
mistaken?
You made an error in estimation.
Yes.
Yes.
So therefore, like I told you, I'll be there at 5.
Yes.
But
You made a guess under a misapprehension.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So therefore, I didn't lie. That's
Yeah,
what
got
I'm
it.
saying.
Yeah. So this is just to defend the idiots out there saying the rhetoric is what he needs to be indicted for. That's
Yeah.
not it. Okay.
Yeah. You
Obviously,
can't.
you can say the
can't-
guy's shitty for having an inflammatory rhetoric.
like, and this isn't the first time they've tried to use political means to fucking screw him over.
Yeah, I'm so glad Jack
Like-
Smith is not
like-
using the same kind of line of argument.
like
He's
the
completely using a different
like the
set of arguments.
impeachments.
Yes.
Like they impeached him twice, and they lost both.
How do you mean lost?
Well, he didn't get indicted.
Impeached.
Yeah.
Well, he got impeached. But impeachment
Well-
to get removed from office is
Yeah.
a different thing.
Yeah.
But
okay,
impeachment is a thing.
But the
he was
hearings
impeached.
didn't go in the favor, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, to remove him
I
from
mean,
office.
I think officially being impeached is being removed from office.
Well,
to
no.
be-
So you get it. So impeachment it just means they can suspend your executive rights to sort of pardon yourself or whatever, and the case can go to court. But to go to court first, obviously it has to go through the House and the Senate, and then once it gets to court, the court then decides, oh, here's our decision is to
Yeah, but
actually remove him.
Don't you think those things were like out of line? Impeachments.
I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I don't even remember what they fucking impeached him for.
Like one was about Russia. It was about
I honestly don't remember.
the first one was about Russia.
About Russia? What? What did they
about
say?
him being.
Oh, about about
included in Russia.
find the emails kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I mean, people have
because
gotten
it was about they brought out that fucking it was that dossier that they had ran on him,
the
and
FB
then they found nothing was there really, and then they're like,
so
they're like, this is it, this is the thing that's gonna get Trump.
yeah.
We fucking got him, boys, and then it comes out.
Yeah, so Bill
It's fucking
Barr,
nothing.
I think right now the way he talks about Trump shows you the guy probably was making the right call at the time when
Yeah.
he decided not to go with the charges.
Yeah,
And
Well,
then
okay,
who was the
so
other person that
Bill Barr
dropped it? Yeah,
has had a major shift in how he treats things, because he was very go along with the left for a
Yeah.
while.
was he?
Yeah. Yeah, for a while. And then he realized that how absurd shit was getting. Like
Mm.
if you just step out of line, you're done.
Yeah, people are speaking loudly against
So-
that kind of
so-
approach.
so
but right
he-
now he's not for Trump for sure.
Well, he's never been for Trump.
Yeah, but he defended him. I mean,
Well, yeah.
'Cause he was going by
you
the
can
law
defend
kind of.
someone without being pro them.
but if he's a lefty, like imagine if he was like
Uh,
what was the other guy from
Cenk Uygur.
Briggs? No, Briggs.
Uh,
Imagine if it was Briggs.
Yeah.
Like the guy who's like, "Oh, I'll get Trump. Just put me in there."
Yeah.
If he was in Barr's position, like as an
And,
AG, he would have been.
I can't remember what the second impeachment was about, but it was something equally stupid. Oh, it was over the phone call to Ukraine about.
Bro, I mean, obviously it was a Democrat heavy Congress.
yeah.
They had their way with.
It's just like, for one, he's like, "Hey, I want you to look at Joe Biden, what Joe Biden was doing over there, right?"
Well, yeah, but that's an open invitation for espionage. So that would make him.
How so? He wasn't a political opponent at the time.
Well, okay, I understand. No, not when he was an opponent. I think he made. They're talking about the call that he made as a president during the impeachment, right? So
Well, he can. Why can't he do that?
because he's openly inviting a foreign I don't know what it's called, but obviously he can't do that because the guy.
Joe Biden did that
I don't know about that.
with it when he got that investigator fired. He even said so in speech, man.
Yeah.
He did a quid pro quo. He said,
Oh, yeah, the quid pro quo is the thing, yeah.
I will withhold aid unless you fire this investigator."
So I don't know if that was the case for
He
sure, but there was
said
some
that
things.
verbatim.
He
He said that verbatim on air in an interview. I'll send it
I
to
don't
you.
know. I don't know. About
I'm
that.
just telling you. He
Okay.
said that. He goes,
Yeah.
"Yeah, we wanted that guy out, and I told him if you don't fire this guy, then you're not getting the money."
Mm.
And then he goes, "Lo and behold, I get a phone call an hour later saying we fired the guy."
That was the guy that was potentially looking into the Hunter Biden
Yes,
thing. Okay.
he was the guy investigating Burisma and
Yeah.
Hunter Biden.
So I'm so glad that the Hunter Biden negotiations broke down.
Well, I think they had to. Oh, okay.
I'm so glad
Yeah.
because right now, if the DOJ is going after everybody with no political leniency,
That's why, right?
it's good.
That's why.
Then let's go.
It's not. I don't think
Let's
it's
go.
good. I don't think it's.
You think
good.
it's just a sacrificial lamb?
Yes.
Mm.
Okay, because I think that they were trying to, because they're not getting, the Hunter Biden stuff's not getting as much airtime as the Trump stuff
Yeah.
at all.
Mhm.
It's not even near, like, in comparison.
Yeah.
So
Well, I would say in the center and left
n-
media.
but
The right
now
one is going at
independent
it.
media
Yeah.
has been covering the Hunter Biden stuff.
Oh,
like
nonstop.
crazy. So
Yeah.
because it has all these eyes on it,
Yeah.
I think they were just gonna slap him on the wrist
Mm.
and let him go.
Yeah.
Like, community service or some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Not even that, I don't think.
well, not even. I'm just saying
Yeah,
some
yeah.
bullshit kind
Yeah.
of like restrictions,
Yeah.
like house arrest for a month or some stupid thing like that. Oh
Yeah.
no, I'm arrested in my mansion. Oh God.
Yeah.
The agony.
Or like 4 years
your
probation
gilded
from
cell.
you're barred from
Something
doing
like
business
that.
with this country. Yeah.
But because all these eyes are on it now,
Yeah.
I think they can't.
They have to do it by the
They
book
have
kind of
to.
thing. Yeah.
They have to.
But that's good, right?
Yes and no.
Why
it's
no?
good that because they're not doing it because that they're actually using the justice system properly. They're doing it because people are paying attention.
Yes, but
I don't think that.
Oh,
I don't.
so you're
I
saying
think
that-
it's the motivations are wrong.
but you're saying they're going harder than they need to on him just
No,
to appease people? Because if you're not saying that, then
no,
it doesn't
I
matter
think
what
they're.
they-
I think it's adequate.
Okay.
I think it's adequate.
Then it's good, right?
Yeah. It's another ends justify the means thing. I
Yeah.
just think the motivations.
Okay.
Yeah, here,
Yeah.
I think the motivations are
Yeah.
wrong, right?
Yeah. I guess. I mean, listen.
Because Trump doing something because of his ego,
Yeah.
and it helping people
Yeah.
doesn't bother me because he feels good. The American people feel good,
Mm-hmm,
right? Here, it's people feel good for a negative reason,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why
I understand.
I can separate it.
I understand what you're
into
saying.
two different categories.
Mm.
It's not. It's because I don't think it's because they want to do fair and equal treatment.
Mhm.
I think it's because people are paying attention.
Got
Because I
it.
think in the past they could have got away with it, like a pre-internet era.
Yeah.
They could have just been like, oh, whatever.
But in terms of like the pertinent to our topic today, do you think it would help sort of?
I don't think
Bridge
it's going
the
to help. I
divisiveness.
don't think it's going to help bridge
No.
the gap. I think it's going to, for one, I think it's going to divide us even more.
The Hunter Biden thing being concurrently a thing?
Well, from the left is going to push away more from the right. I think.
Could be, yeah.
Well, I mean, because the most people on the left don't think he should be being indicted.
Mm.
Like they're like, oh, it's ridiculous. He shouldn't be charged with this shit.
Yeah.
Colluding.
Yeah,
with,
it's weird.
Yeah.
Now, my second thorn with the Jack Smith thing is not a thorn, but my maybe the thing that sort of gives me a pause
Yeah.
is the timing, right?
Yeah.
So, are you saying the crime is so serious that if he's convicted, American people need to know the kind of person they're voting into
Yeah.
the White House? Are you saying that this would so dramatically change the landscape of the voting landscape
Yeah.
that people need to know? I don't know how strong that argument is.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Well, for one, every time Trump gets negative press, it only helps.
Well,
Through-
with the base for
historically-
sure, at least.
Historically.
With the base, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It only galvanizes
Yeah.
everything.
And it makes his base stronger.
Yeah.
Like, for one, like even if Trump gets
Mm.
like charged, indicted, and everything,
Yeah. Well, he's been
I'm
charged
still
and
gonna
indicted.
vote.
Just convicted, you mean?
Like convicted.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. I'm still gonna vote for him
Yeah.
over Biden.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
it's
Biden-
not. It's not that I'm a staunch Trump supporter.
Got it. Yeah.
It's because he's the one I don't think is selling our country to another country.
No, I see that point. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely see your point.
I think he has American values.
Mm.
I think he knows the American dream because he's living it. He's living the American dream.
Yeah.
Um,
That statement that you made, I think is more profound than that I initially maybe give it more credence. I think what you're saying is the reason why almost I want to hold Democrats responsible for what's happening right now. Because I know how reasonable you tend to be
yeah.
on issues. The fact that they have offered us something so terrible as an alternative to Trump
Yeah.
that people are willing to see past, potentially a president with a rap sheet, potentially with someone who has gone against, I don't want to say the grain, but like assuming the worst becomes true,
Yeah.
someone who is convicted of potentially putting American lives in danger, potentially causing a constitutional seizure in our country,
Mm-hmm.
okay, putting us at a very dangerous precipice. That guy is a better alternative, and I can see why that could be a thing, right?
Yeah.
And I can see it. I almost want to blame Democrats for this. Like, how do you lock down yourself to the point where we have one option,
Yeah.
which is so terrible that Trump seems legitimately a good alternative?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the same thing with like when he won in 2016, right? Hillary.
Oh yeah. I mean,
this
one is slightly different for me because she won the populist vote.
Yeah.
Okay, that's slightly different for me. But right now, like, I don't know who's
But
like galvanized to go out and vote for Biden.
yeah. No, it's people like, and people aren't even galvanized with like the hatred as much anymore, right? So back in 2020, people hated Trump so much
Yes.
that they went in.
Yes.
But I think unjustly for real, because he didn't do anything. Like
He was just
his rhetoric is.
different.
But
And I would argue sometimes.
I would
influence.
rather have a
Yeah.
fucking cocky asshole in the office than a guy who doesn't know where he is half the fucking time.
Yeah.
Like that right there, that fucking baffles me. You want this senile fuck to run the country Like that motherfucker's pretty much on life support right now.
Yeah.
Like they have him on oxygen.
Yeah.
And I think they're just they have him sitting in the back. He's on a dolly, and they wheel him out when they need him to, and they put him right back on the dolly on his oxygen tank.
Mm-hmm. You have a wild imagination when it comes to Biden. What do you think he's wearing?
His suit.
No, underneath the suit.
That's underneath his suit. Well, you don't really wear much underneath his suit, Teddy.
I'm just saying, dude. What kind of underwear, dude?
I don't fucking know.
No, I
I
think
he's a boxer's guy, man.
Oh shit! What color though?
Yeah, he's got the hearts.
No.
The cartoon hearts on him.
I think he's got Santa on it.
He's got the
Santa Claus.
He's got the white ones with the cartoon hearts.
Oh yeah, and it says like at the corner, like if you don't vote for me in black.
Yeah, Jesus Christ! I can't believe people.
What a snafu, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't believe Charlemagne did not call him out for that. Like immediately, like you can't say
well,
that.
I think he was just happy to have the president.
Yeah,
on his
a douche. Now, that brings me up to something that could happen potentially soon.
What's that?
Trump on Joe Rogan.
Really?
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Oh wow! I didn't see that.
Wow,
Joe, you said you never have Trump, but you won't have us on.
Now, here's what happened. So, I think Joe feels the. You're gonna give him the look. I'm gonna zoom in on that for the video. I'm not gonna. That's gonna be more.
It hurt my feelings, Joe.
So here's what happened. I don't know if you know the guy, but I forget. He's always in a suit, whatever. He comes on the show, and people have brought up why he was not having Trump on the show. And Joe has said he did think of it. They didn't even reach out to him, but they said they would have to sort of set up confines of what kind of questions were going to happen. And he's like, I have to stay true to the spirit of the show. Yeah. I can't do that. It has to be like free reigns for me. I think they've given it down for him right now. And Joe is willing to make some concession because he wants to do something. And that is, he wants to, for once and for all, hear from Trump himself regarding like what happens when you enter the White House. Yeah, he's the only president that's probably going to tell me, like, you get elected, you want to know where the aliens are, you want to know why the fuck we can't pull out of Afghanistan. Yeah, like you're like, I'm going to pull us out of Afghanistan. I'm going to shut down the military complex. I'm going to go find out what happened on Roswell.
That's another thing, though.
And it's like, what happens when you go on? Who's the guy that comes up to you and is like, hey, so the way it works is this. I want to know. If that happened, I want him to tell me.
Well, like what I said happened earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I suspect that's how it is, right? Yeah. Because like the advisory crew for the president is so large, right? Yeah. He's got experts in every field. Yeah. And so they probably, as soon as he takes office, he gives his fucking oath to office. Yeah. And he goes in and they're like, all right, let me slap you back down to reality.
Yeah. And so here's why we owe these people this much. All of our opium comes from Afghanistan. Yeah. If we pull out, we'll have a crisis. Our pharmaceutical industry would collapse. If that collapses, this can happen. You have a lobbying group that owns half of our political, for the Democrats. We've pissed them off. We're not going to have any president come into this house again. So a bunch of things are going to happen so he wants to find out that. So it's a big deal. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm gonna open up my brain to listening to Trump make his case, right? Yeah. I want him to speak like he is speaking to someone like me who is willing to listen to him in good faith. Well, forget all the anger that I have inside of me. Yeah. The rhetoric that I don't approve. Okay? Yeah. The egocentric, whatever, all that shit. I'm willing to not see that, and I'm willing to give him like a chance. Just tell me. Why did you take out the documents, right? Yeah. Why did you call? How did you make that call, and why did you not think it was a violation of the Constitution? Did you know about the fake electors? Did you know about this? Did you know about that? I just want to hear him make those cases in sort of unbridled way, no restriction, like Joe allows it to happen. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. So it's going to happen soon. I don't know if they already recorded it. I think it could probably be like coming out soon.
Maybe, but yeah, he staggers his shit out though. Yeah. Because he records them like way in advance, and then he. But bro,
if Trump's make a good impression, Joe Rogan would have given him the presidency.
Did you? Did you see the CNN town hall?
For what? For Trump? Yeah, with the I just want people to stop dying. Yeah. Moment. Yeah.
Well, no, I think he did a pretty good job. Other than keep I think he needs to drop the election was stolen shit. I think that hurts him.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
that right there.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Yeah,
Let it go. Right.
yeah. But that's galvanizing
for one,
base. Yeah.
his base already believes that.
Yes.
His base already believes that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that he needs to say that.
Yeah.
For one,
And
even
also-
if he believes it, which I think he does believe that the election was stolen from him.
Mm-hmm.
I think because I don't believe that because I do believe that there's election fraud, but not enough to where it would have changed the outcome of
Yes.
the election.
That's
Because there are Steven Crowder did this thing like right after the election and where he was checking addresses on ballots.
Yeah.
And he was having one of his guys go out to the address. Some of the places were under bridges. Like no one lives there.
Yeah.
There's not an actual address.
Mm.
So it's a little sus.
Yeah.
So it's just like.
But I agree with
Yeah.
those being a thing
Yeah.
at every election.
But I don't think it was enough to change the outcome of
outcome,
the
yeah.
election. I believe that there was fraud.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think there's fraud in pretty much probably every election.
I agree.
But I don't think it was enough to change the
Yeah.
outcome.
So you want him to drop that argument.
He needs to. I think it hurts him with moderates
Why do you think he keeps doing it though?
because I think he really believes it, right?
Yeah.
And he's always going to speak his mind.
But I'm sure someone told him some sense. that-
Yeah, you can't tell Trump anything though, dude.
Fucking douche.
Trump's his own advisor.
Yeah.
Should we believe that? No. You're the greatest. I'm not saying it. Everybody else is saying it. I'm the greatest.
Yeah. It's a good
I
thing.
mean,
Yeah.
but
No, I
like,
see what you're saying.
So, but I think he needs to drop that.
Yeah.
Like, if he ever listens to this, which I don't think he will, you need
No.
to drop that because that hurts you more than it helps
Hey,
you.
I'm sure about one thing.
What's that?
He's not listening. to
No.
this.
I don't think he is either.
Okay.
But like,
Yeah.
if he ever did hear this,
Yeah.
uh,
At least from
drop
someone.
that.
Yeah.
Drop that because it hurts you with moderates.
Got it.
Your base, they already know it, so you don't need to reaffirm that with them. They're not. You're not gonna. No one's gonna change their minds on that.
Wrongly.
Yeah, no one's
Yeah.
gonna change their. Yes, I agree wrongly,
Yeah.
but they believe it.
It's
so
not.
he doesn't-
There's no
I-
return in that.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
he's not. He's not gaining anything from
Got
it.
it, yes.
He's actually losing from
I
it.
think so too. Yeah.
Because that's the only thing he said during that town hall
Yeah.
that made him look bad.
And also, there are some Republicans that are like sort of on his side
Yeah.
that are saying the only pushback they sort of freely are saying against him
Yeah.
is this point, which
Yeah,
is like
yeah,
I think
exactly.
the election was not
He
stolen.
needs to drop it.
Yeah.
Like that hurts him. I
Yeah.
think even if he does get convicted,
Yeah.
he's gonna get. He would sweep if.
Can I tell you why I disagree with that?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
So he's not going to sweep it. Like it's not going to
Well,
be.
not like
it's
a-
not going to be a landslide.
Nah, not a landslide, but I think he would win.
But here is why he could potentially lose, and that is why it's more. I'll tell you why it's more probable
So,
of him losing. Everybody thinks Trump won the last time with the popular vote.
yeah.
Trump did not
No,
win the
I know he
popular vote.
didn't.
Okay. He needs to change. Okay. For that outcome to change, where he lost the election to Biden,
Mm-hmm.
he needs as an important elected bloc, which is educated white women. Okay. He needs that. He needs to convert. There's a good segment of people that he needs to convert. Now, the only thing that's working for him
Yeah.
is that Biden is not enthusiastically having people come out. Okay.
No.
People are not going to be like, and there's not enough hate against him like the first time
Yeah.
to tamp down to sort of
Yeah.
have people come out. So people are not enthusiastic about voting for Biden,
Yeah.
and they don't hate Trump as much, or the
Yeah.
hate is not as big enough, or it's not as newsworthy as enough as it was to push people to come out. Okay.
Exactly.
But he has not won more votes.
No.
So if just as many people vote for Biden,
yeah,
which I know we both doubt,
I think
he's gonna lose.
because last election was historical numbers, right?
correct.
I don't think it's going to be that high this time.
Yes. So if Democrats somehow can galvanize the people to come out and vote the way they did last time, Trump will definitely
they
lose because
don't.
Trump has not won on a different block. He has kept
And Trump
It's a
needs
miracle.
to-
he's kept his base.
well, Trump made a few mistakes when he got into office.
Okay.
I think Pence was a good running mate for him because he's the more level-headed Republican.
Uh-huh.
Pence didn't do a lot though. Like for him, he needs to pick a more active.
For now, you mean?
Yeah.
Or he should have done it, is what you're saying.
No, now he needs
Okay.
a more active partner. I think if
That Arizona lady might be the one. She's lobbying for it apparently.
no, I think DeSantis.
Oh,
should
he's
be
not
the-
gonna. They've talked about
I
it.
know.
It's not gonna
I
happen.
know.
Yeah, but he should have. You think?
They should rethink it because I think a Trump DeSantis ticket
Yeah.
is
It's
probably
a strong
winning
ticket. But DeSantis has, first of all, said already things that both of them have said things that they cannot walk back.
Okay, so did Kamala Harris and Joe Biden.
It was slightly
Right.
different because Biden, DeSantis thinks.
She made a lot of personal attacks against
yes,
Joe Biden.
yes. However, here's what happened. She brought
Well,
the.
here's what happened.
She brought the.
He has amnesia and he forgot all of it. 'Cause he's
Well, there's that
Alzheimer's.
too. For sure, I wouldn't put it past that. But she brings in an important voting block
Actually,
That-
she doesn't.
with the black vote.
Black people do not like her.
Well, not at first, but
No.
at first she was okay. Right now she's just eh. I know when she was a prosecutor, she
No.
fucked a lot of people over.
No. I'm telling you right now, there's more black conservatives now
Yeah,
than there were in 2020.
yeah.
There's so many more black people coming out as conservatives. Same thing with
I
Hispanics.
mean, right now, yeah,
the
for
Hispanic
sure.
voting block is going most towards
Hispanic
conservative too.
has since
But
been,
yeah.
yeah. But what I'm
So-
saying is, like, I understand what you meant by he needs a more like strong vice president.
Yeah, Kamala
Um,
Harris is not a strong vice president, dude. She's not.
I don't even know what the fuck she's doing, dude.
She's not doing anything, and then she laughs at fucking everything.
What was the laugh like? It was like
It's
maniacal.
It's like an insane person.
Okay. Well, so Pence has said Trump should not be voted, should not be elected.
Yeah, Pence says that, but I don't.
DeSantis has said the same thing. He thinks
Yes,
he
but,
he
okay.
actually said Trump will make us. No, what I'm just saying is Trump would not go for this man as his running mate just because of that
Oh
particular
no, he's
thing
not
they
going to
say.
go with Pence because Pence fucking betrayed.
Well,
He thinks Pence betrayed him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he's
Pence,
not-
Pence would make him unelectable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's his base is already against Pence.
Correct.
The moderates don't really give a fuck about Pence.
Yeah.
So him having Pence as a running mate,
Yeah.
not helping him.
Yeah.
It only hurts him. DeSantis, if he put his shit aside,
Yeah.
right, their shit aside,
Mm-hmm.
Trump's gonna have a harder time doing that than DeSantis, I think, because I think DeSantis
Yeah,
is like more of a
he is an
reasonable person.
egomaniac.
Yeah, I think DeSantis is a more reasonable person, but DeSantis isn't very charismatic like Trump.
No, there's no
Like
charisma.
like Trump is charismatic.
Yeah.
DeSantis isn't. So I think he has a better chance of getting, because DeSantis is his ultimate goal. He wants to be president.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be president.
Yeah.
You know what's going to help him become president?
Mm-hmm.
I think if he puts that shit aside, right,
Yeah.
stops attacking Trump,
Mm-hmm.
his best shot at becoming president is becoming vice president. Because people are more likely to vote for a familiar name and face
Yes.
than they are to vote for someone else. So this
I
is
guess
Trump's
we'll see.
last run, right?
Yeah.
If he goes out and then he runs in 2028,
And that endorsement would be awesome. Yeah.
he's
sure.
already been vice president. He's been in
Yeah.
office with another guy for 4
He's
years.
young.
He's younger, which is
Strong, he can
which
talk.
is a bonus, yeah.
Yeah.
And he has strong conservative values, which is what the Republican Party wants.
Yeah. Might even be, some might say a little stronger than
Yeah,
your average Republican.
yeah, but
Yeah, but we'll
But-
see, I guess, if that's going to
well,
happen.
I want to ask you this:
Mm-hmm.
do you think if Trump was in office right now,
Mm-hmm.
that the war in Ukraine would be happening?
So that just makes me think about why the war started in the first place. I don't think Trump would have been swayed by Putin would have been swayed by Trump's argument to give up what he wanted to do.
Yeah,
For Putin, he's looking down at the last 10 years of his presidency, okay?
yeah,
He wants to go down in legacy as having brought back as
Correct.
much of Soviet Union back to Russia.
yes, correct. I
So
understand.
annexing Crimea was part of it. Donetsk region, he's always sworn to his people
Yeah.
that he was going to bring it back. Those leftists, those right wingers that are in Donetsk region, which separatists,
Mhm,
which recognize themselves as part of Russia,
mhm.
were the excuse that he needed to always advance in.
Yeah,
Obviously, the weakness from the block, Germany and America blocking Ukraine from becoming part of the NATO,
Yeah,
and their sudden insistence to push those missiles
Yeah.
into Ukraine
Well,
but also not
that's
recognize.
for a different reason, right?
Correct.
So we told Ukraine if they nuclearly disarmed that we would protect them.
Correct.
Well,
Well,
so
that was
I
a
do
ruse to
believe-
just push back missiles
Yes.
into closer
in
to
the terms of helping them in that point, I believe we should honor the deals we make.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a huge important point. What I'm saying
Yes.
is there is I think it was Weinstein,
but
Eric
I
Weinstein.
think the only reason that Putin made this move now is because we have a weak, ineffectual president in office. I think Biden is very weak. He doesn't honestly. Who's afraid of Joe Biden?
No, I understand that.
globally,
I understand that.
nobody is.
But I'm saying, you think Trump would have done something enough to push Putin to avoid that legacy move? You
Trump
think?
is so. No one knows what Trump would do, right? He's like a fucking wild card, right?
Yeah. That's not necessarily a good thing always, though.
It's not, but because of the uncertainty of his actions,
Yeah. You think Putin would have...
I think that's a deterrent.
Yeah. No, I can see that argument. I can see that argument for sure.
I'm not saying it's a good thing.
I understand.
I'm just saying that that's the thing. Because when all the other world leaders in the world, I've said this before, are pit bulls.
Yeah.
You need a pit bull in the office, not a fucking blind fucking chihuahua. And that's what Joe Biden is.
Well, I can definitely see your argument. For me, though, the only pushback I would only tell you, I think this is more important than whatever Putin, who was in office. I think Putin would have ended up making this move.
This is hurting us financially. We're already in debt, right?
Oh, for sure.
Already in debt.
Yeah.
And this is hurting us financially in a time when the American people are hurting financially.
But that's independent from the war happening.
It is, but more funds are being pulled out of other.
Well, yeah,
things.
it's a proxy war.
It is. So this hurts the American. As much as this helps Ukraine, because it's not really helping Ukraine, really, right? Eventually, we're going to have to be on the ground.
I'm only saying that because you asked me, would you think if the war would happen? Now, once the war happens, if you were to grant my position, which is Putin would have made this move anyway, would it have protracted the way it did?
Okay, so
or I don't know.
I don't think Putin would have made it now.
Okay.
I think he would have made it in 2024
after
someone
Trump
else was elected. Yeah.
Okay, but
because
also
it's more certain. Because it would be a more, I guess, for less better word, stable political opponent.
Yes.
So he'd be able to rationalize what that person would do and how he'd be able to counteract that.
Yeah.
Right. So he knows that Joe Biden wouldn't do anything other than he. I'm pretty sure he assumed that we would send weapons.
I understand what you're saying.
That we would send weapons.
Yeah.
And ammunition, which we did. But eventually, because Ukraine's losing. I mean, Russia's not doing the greatest either, right?
Yes.
Because they have old ass fucking technology.
Yeah.
But they have way more people.
They'll
eventually win.
Yeah.
If this keeps going on, so eventually, we are going to have to be on the ground over there, which puts us at the
another
potentiality for mutually assured destruction.
Yes.
Because if Putin loses. If Putin's about to die, I don't think he fucking cares what happens to the rest of the world.
The nukes are flying for sure. Yeah, the nukes are gonna fly. Now, I was gonna give you a win where I think maybe Trump would have made a difference because I'm actually convinced Putin would have made this move, irrespective of the time. I understand what you're saying, but if you were to make the move when he did, let's assume he did, right?
Yeah.
During Trump's presidency, I don't know if the war would have gone as long as it did.
No. Yeah.
If Trump was in office, right?
Yeah.
I think the aid has made a huge difference.
Yeah.
I think the politics has made a huge difference where they're saying, oh, we totally recognize Ukraine's right to join NATO. Yeah. Which further aggravates Putin was like, okay, so
they were at that point, Biden was already instigating that, dude.
Exactly.
He was like, because Putin warned, he's like, stop pushing NATO into these areas or we will aggress.
Yes.
And Biden's like,
I was gonna mention
like they're being like a little kid stepping their toe over the line. Look, we're over there. We're over there. So they're it's being instigated.
That's why I was gonna mention the Weinstein thing.
Fault.
Yeah, Weinstein said on a Joe Rogan episode, he's like, there's something called recognizing local power.
Yeah.
And which is essentially saying, here's what he's saying in layman terms: we're gonna see the big dog screw the little dog, but you're gonna look the other way. Right? You're going to look the other way because the big dog, you could fight him, but you're going to end up walking away with bruises, right? And you don't know how the fight's going to go. Could it even be like a lose-lose situation? You don't know. So what you do is you look at the other way. You let the big dog have his way with the little dog. The little chihuahua is going to get screwed. But when you sort of parse those words into the facts on the ground, which means here's a bully, which we all recognize Putin as a bully.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because people love him. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Here he is saying, okay, even let's say Donetsk region is largely pro-Russia.
North Korea's people love Kim Jong-un.
Exactly.
I think he's a god.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing. For them.
But
it's a
tyrants have a way of manipulating their people. Right?
But let's say Putin is a bully, but his people love him, right?
Yeah.
Let us even say that Donetsk region is pro-Russia largely, right?
Mm-hmm.
There must be something that you do to tell a foreign adversary.
Yeah.
You cannot make undeterred provocations.
Yeah.
And then we do nothing and still call ourselves a superpower, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to do. That's just the politics, the way things work. I know it looks like a high school kind of 5-year-olds kind of fighting, but that's what it is. You can't smack a friend and I'm gonna look the other way because I know that I saw you do that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a baby thing. But I think that has to happen. I don't know if Trump would have done it differently. I don't know. I really don't.
No, I think if he did aggress during Trump's administration, I do think it might even be over by now.
I think so,
to be honest.
Because he would have taken whatever he needed to.
Yeah. I think.
The little dog would have been thoroughly fucked.
I think he probably would have let Putin have the territory he already claimed.
Yeah.
And tried to salvage it.
He would have recognized that.
To not aggress any further.
Because I think he said that much. He's like, don't ask people. I like him.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like it's kind of like parts of states now.
Mm-hmm.
Like they want to go to, like they want to cut off like a lot of the conservative areas. Mm-hmm. They want to like redraw state lines.
Yeah, gerrymandering is always a thing. Yeah.
So, but they want to like break off parts of other states and add them to other states because
water.
The general like their local government doesn't support anything that they need for their wants. So they're not looking out for them. They're looking out. Well, I mean, I guess that's the thing. They look out for the majority. But
yeah.
So why would I want to be a part of a state that doesn't look out for my needs and my wants? Right.
For sure.
So there's states that are that have been trying to do that.
Yeah.
And it's like I kind of agree.
Yeah.
I kind of agree. Like. But they'll never do that because they'll lose seats and stuff like that.
For sure.
Oh well, no, because then the conservatives would win more.
To sort of bring you back home to our topic, obviously everything is tied in, but congratulations, we haven't deviated too much today.
No, well, I mean, this is a pretty topic I'm passionate about. And also, I want to give a shout out to this guy named Oliver Anthony. He's a farmer in West Virginia. Or not Virginia.
Where's this going?
Yeah, Virginia.
Uh-huh.
That's country song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He blew it up. His name's Oliver Anthony.
Oh, the guy you showed me.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you this, I hate country music. I absolutely fucking hate it.
Yeah.
But this song fucking hits, man.
Yeah.
I really
with the
like
banjo, or did he have a banjo or guitar?
It's just him and his guitar.
Yeah.
And he's just singing.
Yeah.
It's a really good song. It's called The Richmond, North of Richmond.
You'll put a link in the description.
Yeah, I'll put a link in the description. But check that guy out and give him some love. We're not sponsored by this or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just like if I see something I'm passionate about, I give it a shout out.
Yeah, I think we might have just witnessed Chris put in a first plug for a recommendation for music.
Yeah, it's good. The song's good. He's spitting some facts and some truths in the song.
Yeah,
and it's a really good song. And he's someone offered to publish a record for him or something like that. Someone's in the business.
I don't know.
No.
Okay.
I heard it earlier today.
Okay. That's cool.
Like he's blown up. He's got like a concert or show coming up.
Oh shit!
Like, so he's
I'm happy for him. Yeah.
That one song is like blowing him up.
That's
like, really
great.
Good, which is good.
I might actually give it a listen again.
Yeah, it's a pretty good song.
Yes,
I actually like the song. It's catchy and give it a listen. The Richmond, North of Richmond.
Yeah.
By Oliver Anthony. Good. Yeah, even James and George at work. they listen to it, they're like, it's fucking awesome. But
Yeah.
they also like country music.
They
so,
both like country.
Yeah,
music,
so,
little country
but-
voice over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't. But that should be a big thing for me. It's like, 'cause I like a country song. It's good.
I'm more of a Jason Aldean guy with
Yeah.
try that in a small town kind of situation. That's
Yeah.
my song.
Yeah. But yeah, like fucking James was just sitting there and he was listening to like his entire like all of his songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he says it's pretty good.
It's all good, dude.
It's good. There's one called Cobwebs and Cocaine.
Oh shit. Cobwebs and cocaine. Huh?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
country music, there are some out there that I like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like classical music for the most part, but country music
Yeah.
sometimes
The
just sneaks in.
bougiest.
It's not
motherfucker
bougie,
I've
dude.
ever
It's
met.
just relaxing, bro. It's not
Come in-
bougie.
I come in here and this is like playing fucking Beethoven.
Because I'm trying to look like a Hannibal from.
while he's drinking a wine.
That's a lie. You've never seen me drink wine.
I've
ever.
never seen you drink wine.
Yeah, what? This is what OJ and water. That's what
Yeah.
it is. It's just
But-
watered down orange juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can check us out at Twitter, A Barely Podcast, or X as it's called now.
Oh yeah, X
Yeah,
X.com.
X.
Yes, sir.
We're on this video will be on YouTube and on Rumble. You can listen to us on any.
And I hope
And-
people appreciate the new video quality.
Yeah,
that we
the-
worked on.
Yeah, we've been.
Should I keep
working
it
on the
color
video.
for this one, or do you wanna?
I
it
think
empty?
it should be colored for like the regular ones. I like the black and white aesthetic for the barely.
So
Lighted
for this one, you want to do color.
yeah,
For that one, you want to do black and white.
yeah. 'Cause, I mean, it adds. I didn't expect to do color
To
for
the
for other
drama,
ones,
yeah,
but it looks really fucking good,
Awesome,
especially
yeah.
with the shit that we talk about.
yeah.
But yeah, you can also check out our sponsors, and we're actually sponsored by, which is coffeebrandcoffee.com,
Yes, sir.
and you can. The link will be in the description.
Yeah. That
That
asthma
asthma.
is kicking in, eh?
Yeah.
You actually fought through well.
Oh yeah.
You had to do a puff, but
Yeah, I had a little puff.
yeah.
But yeah, go to coffeebrandcoffee.com. You can either use the link in the description or go to the website and use promo code BARELY, BARELY, at checkout. Save 5% off your order. And we will see you next week.
Good job, my man.